I just ended a month and a half, almost 2 month long fling with someone, and I want to walk you through my mindset of why I feel pretty good about it. Give you some background. We started seeing each other in the beginning of November, and it's now the end of December. During that time, it was great. I loved getting to know him. He was a ton of fun, and it wasn't super intense or had a lot of pressure, so it really was going week by week. At the beginning of December, he had to go away for work, which is very normal when you live in the North. The first week went by, no problem. I was starting a new job at the same time, so our communication was pretty ordinary. But then when the weekend came again, I just got this weird intuition to ask him if everything was okay. He replied, yeah, why do you ask? And then I said, well, I just got the sense to ask. And that was all. The behavior the following week proved that, yes, I was right to ask if everything was okay. It was limited interactions. I'd only hear from him if I texted him first. But I didn't think much of it because that following weekend, he would be returning home from working away. Except I didn't hear from him at all. I didn't hear that he made it home all right, given the fact that the roads are shit here. I didn't really hear from him the next day either, unless I messaged him first. I also understood he's a family-oriented guy, and so he would probably be visiting his mom and his brother and his uncle and all of those people. And so I didn't want to insert myself and be like, hey, when are we hanging out again? But at the same time, it was bizarre that he didn't ask me. Until it hit me that it's obvious he's not interested. And whether or not he's telling me that is kind of irrelevant. I sent him this text message. Hey, hope you had a great Christmas, but rightly or wrongly, I'm not getting the sense that there's any interest in pursuing this further. So I want to wish you the best with work. I want to explain why this text message is the one that I sent. When we perceive something, we're open to being incorrect. I am perceiving his behavior as a lack of interest, but it's just as valid for him to be tired after work or busy or exhausted or just way too preoccupied with other things than to give me the attention that he believes I deserve. But regardless if that was true or not, my compassion, empathy, and the way that I love is not enough to justify the lack of behavior proving interest on his side. And I think a lot of us get really messed up here. We think that, oh no, I just have to be understanding, which you can be understanding, and that doesn't mean that it's acceptable for you. If it's not acceptable for you, you're not going to gaslight yourself into believing that it is. And so the rightly or wrongly allows me to admit that it's a perception, but then also acknowledge that it doesn't really matter. 24 hours later, he replied saying, hey, hope you had a great Christmas, and you're right. I don't want to pursue this. Yes, that sentence stung a little. Then the text continued where he said, I'm sorry, I don't really know how to explain why. I don't really have the words. Please don't hate me. This is the thing that I want to talk about. I don't hate him. Truth be told, hating him is more energy than I am willing to invest in anyone who's not interested in me. Because I want you to really see that hating your ex or hating that fling that didn't work out is an abuse of your energy. They didn't like you, or they weren't interested in you, or whatever the case was. At the end of the day, your energy is being used in the preoccupation of hating them. Either a part of your brain or part of your heart or a part of your being is so occupied with fuck that person instead of being like, yeah, it just didn't work out. This is why they say that the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. Here's the reality. I'm not interested in someone who's not interested in me. Listen, I understand that when people aren't interested in you, it fucking hurts. But at the same time, thank God. Thank God that you can see their lack of interest. The issue becomes when you're not trusting your intuition to back it any. In fact, where you're looking for ways to scapegoat and not back your own spine because you know they're not interested in you, or you know that you deserve better, but you're still so occupied with making that person your ideal partner when the fact of the matter is, and the reality and the evidence that's being handed to you by life itself proves that they're not. I'm feeling like I'm in a really great mental state with this, better than I've ever been before with any other fling that has said something similar, like, I don't want a relationship, when really they meant with you, but that part is silent. But this is just a constant reminder that one, who I am as a person and the way that I love is going to be enough for one of the 3 people in the world who want to be loved at the ridiculous level of which I love. I don't have to force someone who doesn't want it to receive it. And 2, it's not worth your energy to hate somebody. Go put your energy towards the things that you love and the people who love the things that you love too. hopefully this was helpful. And if it was, I would love for you to leave me a comment and let me know what landed for you and what you're taking away to bring into your life that you find useful. If you want more conversations just like this one, I encourage you to join me inside of Hard Knocks. It is a monthly broadcast channel where I share 1 to 3 trainings every single week that are unhinged on the different takes and tales that will absolutely help you grow through what you actually go through. Until next time.